click Add or Edit Product, and we'll set up a new product for sub 6. This is called 6-inch sub sandwich. And same for receipt description. This is a product charge inventory. We'll make this an entrees and prep location 1. And the cost and retail price will both remain blank. I'm going to uncheck exit on save, and what this lets us do is set up another product code and call this sub 12, and call this a 12-inch sub sandwich. Change that to product charge inventory, leave it at entrees, prep location 1, cost and retail price again are blank because we're not going to be charging on this item. Let's select our sub 6 product code for the 6-inch sub, and let's go to size for the 12-inch sub and type that size in. Again, our 12-inch does not appear on the standard sizes list, so you can type in whatever you want to see there. Now we'll choose the sub 12 product code. Then we need to talk about setting default settings. This default column allows you to set the size that's most commonly ordered. So you want to only check the default column on one of your sizes. So in our example, let's say that the 6-inch sub is most commonly ordered. We'll check that as the default, and then when a 6-inch sub is ordered, or when a sub is ordered, it will automatically be a 6-inch, and then it can be changed to a 12-inch sub if desired. Now we're ready to begin setting up the buttons on the button map that will actually be used to order the 6 or 12-inch roast beef or ham and cheese sub and the items on those sandwiches. When you're setting up the button map, it's important to remember that you almost need to set up the button map buttons backward from what you think they should be. And you'll understand why in a moment. The way we're going to set this up is first all of the component items of the sandwiches, for example, cheese and then lettuce, tomato, mayo, onion, etc., must be set up, and then we'll set up the types of sandwiches like roast beef and ham and cheese that later use those items or use those individual ingredients that we've set up. We'll set up our cheese buttons here on the top, and we'll call this American cheese. And the 6-inch code we're going to use is Sand-Amer. And also we're going to use the same product code on the 12-inch. The reason why we're doing this is because the 6-inch and the 12-inch are going to have a cheese selection, and it doesn't matter which product code we use because there's no separate price for cheese. So click Save. And then we'll do the same thing for cheddar and provolone. And then we need to set up another button for no cheese. Cheddar is the one we want. Save that. This next one we'll make provolone. We'll select the same provolone product code for both the 6-inch and the 12-inch. Save that. And one more button for no cheese. Select sandwich no cheese and sandwich no cheese. Save that. Now we have all of our 4 cheese selections: American, cheddar, provolone, and no cheese. Some other ideas you might want to think of in your own restaurant: you may want to have a selection for double cheese or extra cheese, and you can do that and then charge the appropriate fee. In our training example, however, we're going to stick with just American, cheddar, provolone, and no cheese. Next, let's set up the vegetable buttons for our 2 types of sandwiches. Click this button, and lettuce is what we'll do first. We already have a product code set up for lettuce, so we'll select that. Then tomato is next. Select our tomato product code. Save that. And last is onion. Select the onion product code. Save that. Okay, we have our vegetable selections, and the next thing we're going to do is do our condiments, and we have mayonnaise and mustard, so we'll click this button. Select the product codes. And mustard. And save that. Okay, we're finished defining our buttons for our cheese: American cheddar, provolone, and no cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion, mayo, and mustard for our 2 sandwiches. Next, we'll be defining buttons for the ham and cheese sub and the roast beef sub on the button map. So I'll click here. And this, we want to say ham and cheese. And then we'll select our product codes. We have different product codes for our ham and cheese sub. Sub ham cheese 6, that's for the 6-inch, and then we have another product code for sub ham cheese 12. So our product codes for those 2. And then we'll do roast beef. And select the product codes for roast beef. They all begin with sub. 12-inch, and save that. Now let's preview our button and see what this looks like. You can click preview in the lower right hand corner, and here's what the super button will look like in the order entry program. Here on the left we have the ham and cheese and roast beef sub buttons, and then our cheese selections: American cheddar, provolone, and no cheese, and then vegetables, and then condiments. We can also change our item size down here between 6 and 12 inches. So this is what our super button will look like. Next, I'll show you some shortcuts to make things work better and work together so that vegetables and cheese and condiments can all be selected together. Both our ham and cheese and our roast beef sandwiches have included items, and we have to have a way to tell Point of Success that these items are included. Our included items for these sub sandwiches include vegetable selections and condiment selections. Included items are defined with button presets in the Super Button Properties window. To make the included items presets, you select the main item that you're going to define the included items for. In this case, it's ham and cheese sandwich. We'll go to the Button Presets tab, and then we'll check this button that says pressing this button will cause other buttons to be included. For example, use this for specialty pizza toppings. It can be used for any item that's normally included on the main item that we're selecting. In this case, lettuce, tomato, onion, mayo, and mustard are included with the sub sandwich. So let's click Save and then Preview, and I'll show you how these included item selections work. When we select ham and cheese, notice we have these green items here: lettuce, tomato, onion, mayo, and mustard that are included with the ham and cheese sandwich. We haven't yet made our included item selections for roast beef, so when we choose roast beef, none of the included items are shown. So let's close the preview window and then go to the roast beef button and make the button presets for this item as well. And click Save and go back to Preview, and notice that lettuce, tomato, onion, mayo, and mustard are now included in our roast beef